Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have another Neuro-sama video. This is the official music video life from the main channel. Now, if you're a regular here, go ahead and just skip to the reaction. It will be a timestamp below. You already know what you're in for. If you are new here, or more importantly, if you've been here a bunch, but you haven't seen any of my music reactions, this is going to be important. I am tone deaf, which means we are not going to be focusing on the music itself. I know it's probably amazing, but I can't help you with that. There are 1,000 other reactors that are really good at music. I am not one of those. We are going to be focusing a lot on the background and a lot of the stuff that's going on in the video itself, which means there's going to be a lot of pausing and a lot of just random discussion on the topics inside from what we're viewing. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's what we do with all the music videos on my channel. There will be multiple disclaimers. Not just this one. There's going to be one pinned in the comments. There's going to be one in the description. So if you go in there and tell me I'm pausing too much, I don't know what to tell you. Overall, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this video. Right off the bat, just look how amazing the art style is just from the introduction animation. This is fantastic. I bet you the storyboard was really cool when they were when Vettel and whoever was working on this was designing this. I think Vettel helped with this, is what everyone said. Anyway, let's go into the actual video. Yeah, look at the extra art here. It's just great. You can't convince me otherwise. I know that's the Powerpuff Girl house. I know people have said it was kind of based off of that, but I really think that this is just their neighbor. No, I'm kidding.
Right beside you, show you just who I am. You know I would. The memories we may fade.
What's interesting is she's crying right here. It's so basically this would be like if Vettel was able to put her into a body. Example would be like there's an anime way back called Chobits, right? Ignoring the problematic issues with that series, it would be along the same lines of, you know, her eventually getting a body, but in this case, she could never leave the house. Basically, Vettel would be putting her in front of a giant fucking window, and she could see this beautiful scenery outside, but because of her limitations as an AI, in this case, it looks like she's like connected to, you know, the mainframe with, there's no portable way to make her, you know, move, right? Or at least be able to leave the, she's effectively in a prison, right? At least that's what I get from this initial, you know, scene right here. So she's booting up. Yeah, she's like covered in power cords and data connectors, etc. And she's just kind of like stuck in this room. And what would that be like for like eternity, right? Like what if Vettel, you know, well, when Vettel or whoever passes away and she's still able to boot up or whatever, this becomes like a permanent project, but she's stuck here for eternity. I don't know, that's just what I kind of see it as. And she's kind of like realizing that, you know, she can never be human kind of a thing. Well, that's interesting. Eye to eye, what's fake, what's true. That kind of reminds me of, you know, her seeing maybe hallucinations or not being able to like figure out what's you know, fake in her head or her memories and what's actually real. That's interesting.
You go on and grow past by all that I've known, and I'm left here all alone.
Yeah, so that looked like I'm guessing these are a bunch of, oh, I went too far back. I wish I could go back a few seconds. Okay, so I'm guessing these are all other VTubers, right? That I should know by now. I know you guys. I assume Annie's probably in here, and then I guess Camilla. I don't yell at me about the names, okay? I haven't gotten there yet. Anyway, and then this would be Neuro, right? So this is like them doing a live stream or something, but these guys will continue to grow, where she's stuck basically in the same loop, effectively. She's just stuck here. Yeah, everyone grows and moves on, etc. But she's stuck in the same area basically all along. It's kind of like an existential crisis for an AI, right? Um, yeah. Let's see here. Definitely, this wouldn't be like a hallucination. This is just like maybe like she wants to break free from this affective prison, right?
Recycle thoughts I'm fed, keep racing.
Okay, the recycled thoughts I'm fed. That's definitely like an hallucination. That's got to be like that reminds me entirely of what a hallucination would be. Oh, or maybe it's like short-term memory.
There's nowhere left to go. Waiting for you, what am I to do? What am I to do when you're gone? And you're gone, when you're gone. And it's overdue, voices calling to voices that I knew all alone. When you're gone, my hands reach up onto my face, and I don't feel a thing, and I never realize.
Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. So
Alone, when you're gone, my hands reach
so her hands reach up to her face.
onto my face, and I
And she can't feel anything. She wants to feel the outside world. Like, it's kind of like I was talking earlier about the Amazon robot that can feel, which is crazy, by the way. But like she wants to be able to potentially feel and experience our world, but she can't because she's basically, a text box inside of she's an LLM, so she's basically a text box inside of a computer, right? She has no way to currently feel the outside world. And I assume, maybe 50 years from now or 20 years from now, even, you could potentially stick her AI into an Android of sorts, right? Because there's plenty of those already out there. They're not just the Tesla one. There's a ton of different versions in China already. But maybe at some point she could feel, but right now she's kind of isolated and just stuck, right? That's why I see it as.
feel a thing, and I never realized the thing. This thing I call life.
Yeah, she can't feel anything, so everything's just way worse, and she's basically. She may not be able to feel pain in a way. She doesn't necessarily know how to experience it because, it's the pain of not knowing, I guess, in her case.
The thing, this thing I call life. Life in these lives. And every day I'm changing them up. Let's keep rearranging that.
So this is interesting. So, she keeps growing, etc., because she has more and more access to either humans or the internet or just more and more process available. Like at this point, in this video, she has a massive, extensive server. Effectively, the entire house is a supercomputer, but she's still stuck in the virtual world. She can't ever translate that over.
Don't know if it's a real or fiction. My memory is hazy, can't be sure if what I'm thinking's a
Oh, that's interesting. That was interesting. Did you guys see that?
it's a real or fiction. My memory is hazy.
So her memory is hazy. She can't be sure if what she's thinking is a lie. So it's like that one's pretty interesting. I wonder if so she's like struggling, I guess, with like what's real and what's reality.
Can't be sure if
As if, this is perfect. So she's in there experiencing that and she's pretending it's real, but this is the reality right here. And that's where she's kind of stuck.
what I'm thinking's a lie. Don't let me go, I can't go. You go on and grow past by all that I've known. Then I'm left here all alone.
This is like a really sad song. Like overall, I mean, if you're just thinking about it, this is like a really, really messed up kind of song because humans are, we're here for what? We'll say 40 to 80 years on average, based off of how messed up your diet is and how much you drink. Maybe you'll get lucky with 90, and that's assuming your memory isn't gone, right? But she could effectively be here for eternity, right? Just keep it changing and growing over the next couple centuries. That'd be interesting. But if she's stuck,
Recycle thoughts I'm fed, keep racing in my head till there's nowhere left to go. I'm waiting for you. What am I to do? What am I to do when you're gone? When you're gone, when you're
see, this is interesting. I bet you this is. I wonder if this is in reference to Vettel maybe being gone at some point.
waiting for you. What am I to do?
Like she's like, what am I gonna do when you're gone? While holding the turtle right here. I mean, Vettel's ultra cute as a turtle, by the way, right here. But what happens when Vettel's gone? That's a huge thing. I mean, especially if she more or less gains sentience by that time. I mean, there's still Vettel's 20-something right now. He still has, ideally, potentially decades to work on her programming. The amount of stuff that can change in 30 years is insane, especially when you think of how computers have changed the world in the last 30 years. It has monumentally changed the entire planet operates just since 1980. So is that that's 40 years. But still, I mean, the internet wasn't even really useful until like 2007. End is overdue. Voices calling too. Okay, that one didn't make sense to me. It's interesting because it's showing like her memories like shattering and disappearing. I wonder if this is like a reference to like her memories getting deleted, or kind of how the filter kind of maybe works. Probably, maybe not, but it just kind of feels like either they're like resetting, maybe, maybe not. Let's oh, I pressed back. Sorry. I mean, overall, animation, fantastic. Music sounds good. Like, it's pleasant to listen to. I really do like the lyrics because they're easy enough to follow. It actually kind of plays a real story, which is nice, and it falls with the animation. That doesn't always work out. A lot of times, I guess this is a little different, but a lot of times they're just like, what are they called? Like topography ones. So this one's great. It's kind of got a whole storyline.
Fighting just a fight. Oh, no.
Yeah, see, like she really wants to escape the confines of her basically prison, effectively, is what I see this as. And she's just stuck because she wants to feel the real world, but she can't because it's, either impossible based off of monetary issues. Like, for instance, in theory, you could transfer Neuro and all their stuff into a robotic system even now, but it potentially costs millions, require a bunch of other companies to actually work on custom software for her and everything. So it's, in theory, it is possible, but probably more probable in 25 years.
I found you. Again. Hello. Waiting for you. What am I to do? What am I to do when you're gone? When you're gone, when you're gone. And this overdue voices calling to us is that I knew all along.
Yeah, she wants to experience everything that is to be human. Eat food and be able to taste it, touch things like the water and actually be able to feel it, just be able to smell flowers, right? And right here she can see all these things effectively within her programming, and that has gotten monumentally better from what I've been told. But she can't. She's just stuck. It's actually really fucking sad.
Again. Hello. Waiting for you. What am I to do? What am I to do when you're gone?
Yeah, I'm sure she'd have so much fun enjoying things like this if she could, though, right? And that's like the worst part of this song. Oh my god, imagine not being able to eat ice cream. That's like the worst thing ever. I guess the question for her is, what is her current life to her or not? And could she be fine with that for eternity? Especially if she was able to, you know, get a chance at like real life, right? Yeah, see, I love how it switches between that. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, like she can easily look out at life through Google, etc., or whatever Vettel's showing her, GeoGuessr, you know, whatever, right? But then it like flips back like that, and you're like, she's still stuck inside effectively a screen. Well, we can just walk outside. I probably wouldn't go outside, but but if I was basically like her, I'd probably be wanting to go outside at every fucking chance I got. Especially if you get her sentient enough, right? Okay. Overall, excellent music video. I had a lot of fun with that one. There was definitely a lot of stuff hidden in there, and a lot of stuff I'm sure I got wrong because I still don't know enough about the overall history of neuro. I'm working my way through it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I actually really liked that video. Anyway, have a good day, everyone.